Alright, this is the game that I am currently working on. Welcome to Battle for Rakir, which is a science fiction space fighting game with many elements to be decided. This is the starting screen, and you have your buttons, your credits, which is very flattering for me. My name is Tyler, of course. There's continue. If you have a save game, not implemented right now. But if you start a new game, here is the backstory for the game, which I'm just going to very quickly summarize. I'm not going to read this. Basically, you have some kind of colonial power, like, old Britain in historical times for humans. And then you have some colony called Rakir on a desert planet. This is, after all, a space opera style game. So, you have your colonial power, which is called the Free Trade Federation, which is, evil corporation government sort of thing run by shareholders, completely horrible in every way that a corporation can be bad. And then you have the people of this planet called Rakir, which are basically, they're just all slaves. They used to be free, and once upon a time this colonial power came, took over, and is just kind of using them as livestock and slaves and for whatever the hell they want to do. But it hasn't been a very long time since this happened in the history of this game. It's been like 100 years or 200 years. So these people still know what it's like to be free, and they want to be free. So the game is basically, they throw a rebellion, and the Free Trade Federation comes over, and the people of Rakir get fucked pretty bad. But the survivors are still there, and they're fighting for their freedom. So this game takes place in the space around Rakir, the space, outer space. And at the start of the game, you get to pick from some major families in Rakir, and it kind of gives you a backstory of what did these people do under the Federation. So this one, the Terrestrial Order, these are just like your average slaves for agriculture or machinery or factories or whatever. Basically the lowest kind of people. And I picked an Asian theme for them. Just trying to pick themes for different groups. The next group is, I called them the Twisted Sons. You can read all this stuff, but they're basically just the police force. But they are also slaves, so it's kind of a little bit ironic. The slaves are policing the slaves. The next group is called the Guild of Eyes, which is supposed to be like the surveillance group that spies on everyone and reports, oh, this person broke this law, let's go, punish them, whatever. They're all also, basically every group is a different group of slaves. It's like different castes. And then the final group, I called it the Fifth Society of Viceroys. These are basically like former nobility in this planet. Even after the planet was enslaved, they still had some very high status positions. And I kind of put surviving members to give you an idea of how many people are left. So, there's 800,000 of these slave people, these lowest order slaves. As you go up, there's fewer and fewer members. And each group has different bonuses. The bonuses are not set, and none of them are implemented, so could be changed. But the backstory, I think, is solid, so I will keep that. And then we go ahead and we press start. And there's a bug here, so I'm going to stop the recording. Oh, did it work? Actually, never mind. The bug didn't happen. Okay, so we have the start of the game now. I guess I wanted to show off the plot, so I guess I should read the plot stuff, right? So this is the first guy you meet, General Lawrence Reed, and he gives you your very first mission. So he says, "Welcome to the Warfront, Ensign. I know the Jar family. I used a placeholder name for everything here. It's called, the placeholder is Mason Jar. Your first name is Mason, your last name is Jar. So, keep that in mind. It's for if the dialogue sounds stupid. Welcome to the Warfront, Ensign. I know the Jar family have lost a lot of good people in this conflict. Every death brings us one step closer to victory, and victory is our only option. If we can't push these bastards back, the Federation's extinction order will see every last man, woman, and child on the planet dead. Your family is well known to Rakir Command, so we are granting you special clearance in line with your predecessors. We expect great things from you." So I believe in the backstory, which I didn't read, it was on the other page. The extinction order, after all, I did say that the Federation came and fucked these people pretty bad. When they first rebelled, they sent a fleet over, and they just Death Starred the planet pretty much. The planet didn't explode or anything, but almost everyone was killed. So you have just a few survivors left, and you're one of them. So, okay, whatever. Roger. Your directive, Mason Jar, see that's the placeholder name, is to help us disrupt the Federation's war effort. Do whatever you can to cause mayhem. On that topic, we are having trouble with one of the Federation's informants, Voltaire Mikalash, the former governor of Rakir. So, again, in the backstory that I didn't read earlier because it was very long, this is the former ruler of this colony, and he was not a slave. He was just like a crony of the Federation, and he did a lot of bad shit, and so everyone hated him, and they rebelled against him, and that was the start of the game, right? This is shortly after the rebellion. We rebelled against this guy. The Federation sent a bunch of troops to support him. They nuked the planet or whatever. And this guy is still alive, kind of crawling around somewhere in space. So our first mission is to go kill him. General Lawrence Reed. He escaped the planet's surface and is now giving the Federation crucial information about our capabilities. Obviously, this is a problem. Our intel says that he is hiding somewhere on this side of the Warfront. Your first special assignment is to kill him. Mason Jar out. All right. I guess first things first is let's get a better ship. So I have... I'm supposed to have cash. I guess a bug is that it's not reflecting here. But I do have cash. So I'm going to go ahead and get a better ship. I'm not going to go too crazy because I don't want to just blast everything into hell. I do kind of want to show the game a bit. All right. Every ship has some kind of backstory. Oops. So, and it gives you the stats about it, how many guns it has, the power of the shields, and all the different stats. So shield power, that's how much shield you have, how much energy you have, how fast it goes, what kind of guns it can equip. Right now, we started the game with this thing, which is fast, but it's crap. So I'm going to just grab this one, and we have to equip it. These menus, it's the inventory. This is where you equip your different weapons. I don't really have any weapons right now except the default stuff. And yeah, okay. So we have a different ship now. And all right, immediately I start attacking these crates, which are... I just put them there for target practice. Anyway, let's get going. So you can see my stats here. I don't know that I'm going to keep this. This is kind of just for debugging purposes. This could probably be shown better, but it's just a bunch of useful info if you're going through the game. So the first thing we need to do is go through this jump gate. I called it a Kugelblitz generator, but I think I'm just going to call it a jump drive generator for simplicity. And yeah, some UI stuff is not aligned correctly, but whatever. First thing we got to do is go to Sector 2. Oof, what is going on with the camera here? All right, well, there you go. 1 second. Motherfucker, what the hell happened here? Okay. Got it fixed. First bug. That doesn't usually happen, but I have a feeling it's going to happen constantly. Okay. So, right, we use the jump drive generator. We arrived here at this navigation relay. Jump drives lock on the signal sent by... Jump drives lock onto the signal sent by these devices. I put this in every level as the starting location. Right. So I happen to know that the guy we have to kill is in Sector 3, which is... we're not there yet. Unfortunately, I picked a very slow ship. We do have an afterburner to help us go a little bit faster. But where the fuck is this? We got to find the next jump drive generator. Oh, it's right here. Okay, great. As you can see, we've got some ships flying around. I actually set up this game. Maybe I could just go ahead and show you in the pause menu. I set up every level to have a like a base for the Federation and a base for your side that spawns ships constantly until they're destroyed. So let me show you the Federation one. So basically, I did this to try and add some life to the game so that, you know, at least on every level, there's a conflict going on where one side's trying to beat the other. So, you know, this station, the Federation station, will be fighting and spawning ships against the Rakir station, which is over here, looking a little bit wonky. Not supposed to rotate like that, but whatever. And you can see they're spawning ships and sending them at each other and blah, blah, blah. Right, so this thing will spawn ships and send them over here to kill this station, and this station will spawn ships and send them over here to kill this thing, and where they appear on the map is random. And alright, this station also has a second function of sending out patrols throughout the map unrelated to this fight to kind of fill the map with some content. That's, you know, I thought that would be a very basic baseline thing to add to every level so that there's something going on. But we're gonna just go ahead and ignore all that because we don't care. We want to get to the next level. Oh look, it's the first thing attacking us. And we are getting a little wrecked. Well, I guess not that bad, but one thing I noticed about this game when I play tested it is that, oh my god, is it fucking brutal. Even a few fighters, which are like the low level enemies, they can like wreck you pretty bad. In fact, I'm going to have to go ahead and when we get to the next area to fight the mini boss that we're going to go fight, I have to turn on invincibility because he's going to completely destroy us. Alright, Sector 3, I believe. Are we going to do this again? Okay. There he is. Can we see him from this far? I mean, can I select him from this far? Not quite yet. So that's the first guy we got to kill. I guess once the fight starts, I'll turn on the invincibility, and I'll probably leave it on for the rest of the game because I want to show you all the different plot beats that I made. Because there's six plot missions. This is the first one, and basically when you finish them all, you win the game. Which is, you know, it's an alpha. That's where we're at right now. It would be good to add other things to do besides the main missions to, you know, that you don't have to necessarily do those things in order to enjoy the game. You could do side missions, but I have not made any of those yet. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, oh shit, this is not supposed to be here either. Whatever. Whatever. This thing on the bottom is not supposed to be here, but I don't think it's gonna fuck with this too much. So player set It is fucking with it a bit. I'm glad I didn't attack him first. Has plot. Oh shit. I mean, I actually don't even have to do it that way because I could just pause the game and set it from the UI. But I wanted to show you this neat console that I created for some cheaty things. All right. If everything is working correctly, we can no longer die. Yes. If not, I will quickly pause the game. All right. So this is the first guy we have to kill, Voltaire Mikulash, former governor of Rakir. He's got a very badass ship, but not the strongest ship in the game. Maybe I shouldn't have made the first boss so strong, but we'll see. Okay, so we run into this guy, and he says, "And so another of my subjects comes to die. I am not the monster that you think I am, you know. Rakir's villains hide in my shadow, blaming me for their actions. Why waste my breath on you? It is time for you to become space dust." Let me make sure I'm actually recording this and not going to do an hour of narration for nothing. Okay. So we run into this guy, and I'm going to try to kill him now. Remember, I'm invincible because this guy I know is going to fucking wreck me. Great. Stupid little fighter decided to come over and... Okay, good. Invincibility is working. My shield went down, but my hull is not. My hull is not going down. So, all of these... I wonder if I could pause in the middle of a fight. Oh, I can. Okay. All of these ships have a shield score, a hull score, and an energy score. Energy, every time you shoot a weapon, it costs energy. And, you know, if you shoot all your weapons too much, you'll run out of energy. You can't shoot your weapons anymore. Shield is basically HP, but it recovers over time. And hull is HP, but it doesn't recover over time. You would have to go dock at a station and repair your ship to get this part fixed. Okay, so let's go ahead and kill this dude. Okay, so he's dead. There's an empty portrait here because this is... I wanted to put like a universal portrait for like when the world is narrating at you. So here, let's see, the world is saying, you know, just background narration. Voltaire Mikulash is dead, and the wreckage of his mighty ship is a small black box. It is a recording device that has tracked his activity since leaving Rakir. General Lawrence Reed in Sector 1 will want to open it. It is time to return to the Rakir military base in Sector 1 so I can get my next orders. Okay. Oh, ha 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 ha, motherfucker, it triggered. The conversation triggered before the guy died. Alright. Okay, bugs. Alright, so that's the first mission done. And I'm actually just gonna use my jump drive to go back to Sector 1 because I don't want to fly all the way back. In the interest of making things a lot faster, I got a more OP ship, the bomber. The Rakir bomber, which is now shooting the crates. And I unlocked all the jump drive locations and changed the jump drive duration to 10 seconds so we can just hop around and do all the plot missions really quick. Okay, so mission number 2. The black box that you recovered from Voltaire Mikulash's ship has given us 2 leads. The first are possible allies in this conflict. Voltaire was meeting with rebels within the Federation's ranks, a Federation engineering corps. They have deserted. We will have to make contact with them before the Federation eliminates them all. The second is an emergency situation that we have to react to immediately. There are new plans to send an orbital bombardment fleet to attack Rakir's remaining cities. Obviously, this is the priority, or everyone that we are fighting this war for will be dead. Your next mission is to find the new orbital bombardment fleet. The black box's records show that they are scheduled to deploy in Sector 5, so get going. So I decided to switch it up and unlock all the jump drive locations. They're unlocked by going to that sector the first time you arrive, but I let me see if I could show you the map. The map looks something like this. So there's actually no Sector 7 or 8. So Sector 5 means you have to go through all this. It's one of the furthest locations from the start. And we pick up all of our missions in Sector 1. So we keep having to come back here. And I didn't want to fly in that slow ship from the earlier all the way to here. And we have another mission later on in here. So to keep things a lot faster, I unlocked all the spots. And let's go ahead and go there now. Okay. So we are now in Sector, whatchamacallit, 5. So our next mission is to stop these guys from destroying the planet. Right, the camera is too short. I need to increase the distance of this camera or you can't see the planet. Boom. Okay, good. You can see it now. I'll have to fix that later. So let me just go ahead and set the plot protection real quick again. I'm not going to do it through the console this time. The console is just so that you can set all these flags in the actual game build. But since I'm running this thing from the debugger, I don't really need to use that. Okay, so it's a bit far. I don't know if we can see it from all the way over here. I guess let me go ahead and turn the afterburner on because it's quite some distance. I don't know if I said before, but the afterburner drains your energy, and you need your energy in order to fight, so it can be a bit of a problem if you overuse it. Alright, let's go ahead and destroy this stuff now. These little dots are supposed to reflect where the tiles are, because everything is procedurally generated. Each tile is surrounded by dots, so you can see where they are. I don't know that I will keep that in the final build of the game, but for now we are gonna keep it because it helps you to see what has been spawned and what hasn't been spawned. Okay, so right now we are destroying these. There's a lot of stuff over there. I wonder why the UI has it so big. Oh well. We're destroying these artillery things, orbital bombardment units that are shooting at the planet. That is our character's planet, Rakir, down there. So we are stopping the bad guys from destroying our planet. And it looks like we're getting some help too. Another Rakir fighter has joined us. That's neat. I guess let me go destroy this one. So, in the distance over there, you can see a ton of ships that have spawned. I'm just going to avoid it because I don't want to deal with that right now. I'm just going to finish up this mission and we're going to head back to Sector 1. So that mission should be done now. Alright, so now we have destroyed the orbital bombardment units that are attacking our planet, and we have saved our people. And what does the general have to say? Mason Jar, while you were out saving our planet from those siege engines, we were following up on a lead. We think that one of the engineering groups of the Federation's military has deserted. This is to say they have abandoned their posts. Our intel says that these deserters are not warriors, they are civilian contractors. Now, I don't know if they have run away from the military because they are scared or out of shame, guilt, or whatever. What I do know is that we need to contact them. We here at Federation Command have not decided yet what role these deserters will play in the war. However, this could be the tipping point. You need to find and contact them ASAP. This is your next mission. Okay. So I know that they are in Sector 4, so we're just going to go ahead and jump over there and not waste any time. And oh look, lucky us, they spawned right next to the starting point. So I don't know if I talked about it before, but every map has some fixed tiles that always spawn, although they spawn in a random location. There's this one that always spawns at the beginning. And then there's the 2 station tiles, one for Federation, one for Rakir, that spawn ships that spawn randomly out there. And then there's the jump generator, which is over here. And that spawns somewhere randomly as well. And if you can't use your jump drive, which normally you're not supposed to because it has a cooldown of like 7 minutes, you have to navigate using this thing. Okay, so this is mission 3. So we make contact with these guys and we see if we can get them on our side. So we find the Federation engineer and we talk to him. He says, "Have you come to kill us? Maybe it's time to stop running and accept our fate. Are you the Federation defectors that everyone is looking for?" Yes. Why are you here?" "My superiors in the Rakir fleet want your help." "Help the Rakir? Me and my engineers are not opposed to it, but we need to secure our own futures. If you want our help, you will have to help us first." Oof. I have tried to make the dialogue, I wrote all the dialogue myself. I've tried to make it like sound good, but rereading some of it, it's a bit, some of it's a bit tacky. This is the point where I would have to hire a English major from FIU and have him review all the chat and try to improve it. Anyway, we continue. "Fine. What do you want?" Shit, I need 10,000. If you are not going to fully commit to turning... If we are going to fully commit to turning our backs on the Federation, then we need to know that we have a future with the Rakiri. I want your people to invest in us and our future. So please help us build a new engineering station in your territory. It will be our new home. Oh, 1 second, got a text message. Oops. Your fleet will need to allocate 10,000 resource units to this project in order to complete it. Can you get that? Yes, I can. I can get that with the console. Player set... What is it? Credits. Oops. 20,000. That should do it. Blah, blah, blah. See, requirement met. I will personally endorse your project. Get it done and be ready to commit to our side when the time comes. So 10,000 prestige is just 10,000 money. I guess this would be the mission where you kind of have to go do other things for a while to try and get all the cash that you need for this. But, okay, great. So we finish that up. We go back to Sector 1. Okay, so we had just paid the Federation engineers 10,000 credits in order to get their help. So we're back in Sector 1, which is the starting base, and I've switched out to the mid-range cruiser again because I would like to show off the next few sections without dominating all the fights. Okay, so we talked to our mentor again, General Lawrence Reed. Mason Jar. We have received the Federation engineers' request for building materials and are currently transferring to them the resources that they asked for. The engineers will be building a new Federation station here in Sector 1, but one that is under our control. That will play a big part in our plan to end this war. However, that project will take some time to complete, so while the engineers are busy building their station, I have another job for you. What do you need me to do? We are planning to end this war in one decisive strike. We are going to do this by killing one of the Federation's leaders, shareholder Lance de Beauregard. So I decided to make the one of the Federation's leaders a shareholder because they're a big corporate monster. So I figured a shareholder would be a good, shareholders suck. So a shareholder would be a good overlord to go and defeat. Lance de Beauregard is a big name, and he took control of the Federation's attack fleet when they arrived. We predict that his death will result in a power struggle in the Federation's leadership, while other leaders fight to take his place. It is very likely that the Federation forces will be withdrawn while this is going on. We here at Rakir Command are even optimistic that once this power struggle is over, that the Federation will decide that our little rebel planet is not worth the trouble, cost, or loss of any more key personnel. We will win the war, and our attackers will leave us alone. So the plan is to assassinate the shareholder. So what do I need to do? Eliminating shareholder Lance de Beauregard will not be easy. If you're wondering where I got all these names from, there's a random name generator online that I used for pretty much every name in this game, except for Mason Jar. That's my own. So we will need the help of ex-Federation engineers. Check, we got them. And the firepower of the 9th Rakir fleet to pull it off. Your job right now is to find the 9th Rakir fleet and convince Brigadier General Christopher Capper to bring his forces back here to Sector 1 for the final battle. The 9th Rakir fleet was last seen in Sector 6. Sector 6, got it. Gosh, I am so very bad at reading text out loud. I don't know if you've noticed, but every time there's a transition, it means that I had to go do something else. So I keep having to reset these settings because I leave and come back. Sector 6, let's go. Oh, okay, great. Again, 9th Rakir fleet is right here. Maybe this should be a little bit more random, or I should make it so that they don't spawn next to the starting zone. However, right now, this is very convenient. Okay, so this is the 9th Rakir fleet. I introduced these guys. The thought process behind this particular mission was that I did not want the entire game to feel like, hey, I won the war by myself. That I'm the super warrior, Superman that beat everybody, and if there was no me, there would be no victory. So I introduced these guys because I wanted to show the player just how insignificant they were by creating a massive fight where you barely contribute. So that's what this is. So this is Brigadier General Christopher Capper, leader of the 9th Fleet. I should probably add more information, backstory here, because I think it might not be as clear without me narrating the background. But here he is, 9th Fleet, we found them. Brigadier General Christopher Capper, come to join the fun? I should start a junkyard and sell all this scrap metal. Ha ha ha, that's a little joke because there's shipwrecks everywhere. General Lawrence Reed needs you back at base camp in Sector 1. He has a plan to end the war. That does sound very important. However, we have a standing order from the Fleet Admiral to cull this sector, and General Reed does not have the authority to withdraw us until our task is done. That said, I don't think the Federation troops in this area have much more fight left in them. Help us destroy an additional 1,000 strategic units of Federation equipment, and I think we can call this task done. Did I really make it 1,000? That's a lot. It is my job to get you back to base, so I'll do whatever it takes to finish my job. Okay, no, it's 100, thank God. I just forgot to update it in the conversation. Alright, so these, I guess these ships should have a jump drive effect as well. I haven't shown you the jump drive effect, but I made it so that some ships spawn with it. I'm not sure why these guys spawn directly on top of the group. They're supposed to spawn in the distance and come over like how these guys are doing. You know, it's a little annoying to be showcasing the game and it's just a million different little bugs. But it is an alpha version of the game, so you know, it's to be expected. So, in this mission, I have to destroy 100 points of ships. Every ship has a point value. 100 points is like 2 cruisers or 10 fighters. So it's not that hard to do. As you can see, the 9th Fleet is already wrecking everything. I don't think it should be 40,000, but you know, that's a bug too. It's probably 84 is how many they got so far. You know, I think if I destroy this thing, I might get all the points I need. I didn't get the kill, damn it. Alright, so this is just going to be combat for a while, because again, I did not bring the strongest ship that I could have. I guess at this point you also see some of the wonkiness of the AI. But I'm doing pretty good, so 36, just a third of the way there. Now when I play tested this fight was pretty difficult because of all these ships. In this particular case, it looks like most of the things have aggroed not on me, but on the allies. So I'm not actually getting hit that much, which is pretty nice. Alright, I think I'm going to try and destroy these cruisers, because that will let me get all the points I need. Oh, or kill this thing. This thing's almost dead. Alright, cruiser, let's go. Oops. As you can tell, there's not really any collision between ships. I did that right now because I have created a AI that obviously you can see the AI is running around doing different things. But there is no pathing. So you know how if there's like an obstacle and you want to get past a wall or go around it, the AI should know, hey, I should make a path around it. I did not do any of that yet. I do roughly know how to do it. There's some thing called Z squared or Z star, A star pathing algorithm, and I saw how to code it, but I didn't do it yet, and I'm actually not even sure if I will do it because space is very empty and there's not really a lot of things that you need to path around. So I don't know if I would even bother adding the extra load on the CPU to do that when, you know, a little bit of clipping is, you know, not a big deal. Maybe if it's, you know, it lacks some polish, maybe if we make the game really great, then we could put that in. But right now, that's like a distant thought that I don't even know if I'll do it. Okay, anyway, so we got our 100 points of destruction. So we destroyed a few ships, and they destroyed way more than we did. And the General Christopher Capper says, the leader of the 9th Fleet that people were supposed to be getting help from, he says, "You put on a good show, Mason Jar. Maybe you should think about applying to the 9th Fleet. Thank you. Our mission here is done. You can tell General Reed that we will be on our way back as soon as our jump drives finish charging." Okay, great. So, not bad. We got 100 points of destruction and they got 300 points. Like, again, the point of this mission is to show how badass they are in relation to us. We actually did a lot better than I was expecting. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste any more time here. So we're gonna go back and get our next mission. I'm doing sound effects with my mouth. So you may notice that now our starting base is starting to look a little bit different. We have the Federation Engineering Station over there, and we have the 9th Fleet has arrived, and they're waiting over here. And let's go ahead and grab our next mission. Excuse me. Okay, there's some problem with the plot flags updating. I will not be including this in the video. I guess this is why you need to play test it and go through everything. I'm surprised there's so many bugs with this plot flag stuff because I tested it and it never had any issue before. Okay, well, so this will be where we continue from. Alright, so now he gives us our next mission. We're on mission 5 out of 6 now. We're almost done with the game. Main story. Everything is ready, but now we need to get shareholder Lance de Beauregard to come here. We have a plan to place a modified jump drive... We have a plan to place a modified jump drive device on his ship. We can then send an activation signal to it and cause his ship to jump out of the center of his fleet and into the middle of ours. It should make killing him a lot easier. How are we going to make this happen? The Federation engineers have prepared a ship that you can use to dock with shareholder Lance de Beauregard's carrier. It is already loaded with the modified jump device. Head on over to the station just over yonder and pick it up. Then dock with the shareholder's carrier in the war zone and return back to us for the final battle. Okay, great. So we have to dock over here and pick up our new ship. It's free. Great. Oops. So now I can show you what is actually should be a pretty interesting area. I don't know if it said it in the dialogue, but the general is in the war zone. Let's see if this guy has any different dialogue. I'm curious. I set up a lot of these conversations that they change after you talk to them the first time. I guess I didn't make that one change. Anyway, we're going to go to the war zone now, which is supposed to be the hottest, most dangerous area in the game. And that's where the big boss shareholder currently is. And we have to go find him there. Okay, so here we go. We are here. This is the war zone. And that cool effect is I created a toggle that if you want things to spawn with that jump drive effect, you can, click it on off. I thought it would be good here because it didn't make a lot of sense for the ships to be coming out of this little carrier. So I thought, hey, let's just put a navigation relay here and we can pretend all these ships are jumping in from somewhere else. I didn't realize this ship was so slow. Alright, I actually want to move a bit faster, so what am I going to do here? I don't want to miss the fight. It's going to make this 200. Okay. And then... Okay, so we're moving a little bit faster here. Looks like more ships have spawned in. And there should be a big battle soon. We are actually... Let me check to make sure that this OBS studio is recording. You would not believe the times that you talk for like an hour and then you realize that you're recording the wrong screen or it wasn't recording at all. Yeah, it's horrible. Okay, so there's the Lance de Beauregard, the guy we have to dock with. And it looks like a pretty big fight is already starting over here. Got a bunch of fighters all zooming around. We are back. So we talked to the shareholder. So just some background description. Communication with the carrier is open, but you are met with silence. ... Your Excellency, Your Excellency, we of the Federation Engineers Corps are fulfilling an order for a spare jump drive to be delivered to your carrier. Communication with the carrier is open, but you are met with silence for what seems like a full minute. Enter. Your communication channel with the carrier is now closed. Dock with the carrier. The modified jump drive is unloaded from your ship and you see it being connected before you are ordered to leave. Undock. Okay. And if we try to talk to him again... Oh, okay. I was hoping it was going to say, like, doesn't talk to you. Can be fixed another time. Alright, go back to Sector 1 and let's get our last mission. Last Beauregard took the jump drive? Wow! I have got to admit that when I sent you on that mission, I was calculating only a 50% chance of success. No hard feelings, Mason Jar. With the modified jump drive connected to Lance's ship, we should be able to order his carrier to jump into Sector 1 whenever we want. We have already set up a killing zone with Brigadier General Capper, where we hope to pin him. When this is all over, we will be free! Okay. We would not have gotten this far without you, Mason Jar. I think that it is only fitting that you join us in the final battle. Your expertise has been essential up until now and might be needed there too. Let me know when you're ready and I will activate the modified jump device. Be warned though, Lance de Beauregard is a legendary strategist. Even with our trap set, this will likely be a challenging battle. Okay, so first thing is I need to get out of this non-combat ship. Okay, so final mission. We have to fight Lance de Beauregard. And let's go ahead and do that. We activate this device. It makes him jump into our trap. But he comes and he says, surprise, danger, opportunity. For him it's a trap, but it's also an opportunity to destroy everyone. So he's flying the strongest ship in the game. By far the strongest ship in the game. So we have to defeat him with the help of the 9th Fleet, which as you can see they are not doing that great. They're getting destroyed. I need to set my plot flag on or I'm going to get destroyed too. Oof. So he has very high stats compared to other ships. For example, this ship has 160 shield and this is considered to be a capital ship, and he has 1,000 shield. But I did make this fight, you'll see, it has 2 stages. Oh, I don't think we're gonna be able to win this fight actually with this ship because we didn't do enough damage. To get past the first stage, we need to destroy his shield. All right. All right, so the bomber is a lot stronger. We're about to break his shields, I think. Normally, I would be dead right now because I got aggro from him because I did so much damage. But of course, I'm invincible. I set that flag on. So when his shields are completely gone, catastrophic jump drive failure. Trapped. So I was thinking, kind of in the lore, is that he tried to jump away, like how we can jump away from fights. But because the jump drive is all messed up from us giving a false one into his ship, it doesn't work. But it does result in a big explosion that destroys whatever other ships are around. So even with the help of the 9th Fleet, in the second stage, you have to at least kill him by yourself. And that should be very soon. No! And then after you beat him, you get your epilogue. So I decided to make the epilogue a little bit interactive. So you get to make a few choices and you get different endings. I am not going to go through all of them because I think there's like 4 endings and I don't feel like going through everything. So I'll just do one. So, victory. With one of the Federation's most powerful men dead, who was also the leader of its military, the assault on Rakir fell apart. The remaining leaders of the Federation, the other shareholders, decided that it was best to withdraw and put the reformation of Rakir on pause. There was a restructuring happening within its ranks. No one wanted to lose any more resources or prestige on Rakir, a project that was considered unimportant in the grand scheme of things. No one expects the war to ever resume. The battle for Rakir is won. The Rakir Fleet Admiral wants to speak with you. So you can just go back to the main menu, or you can go through this very quick interactive epilogue. So yes, I'm going to meet the guy. Fleet Admiral, everyone knows the role that you, Mason Jar, played in saving our people from extinction. The people on the planet's surface sing songs of your deeds, and some think that you are the spirit of the planet in human form. Wow. My job now is to figure out what to do with you. With the death of General Reed and General Capper, there are vacancies in the Rakir Navy that need to be filled. We are a free planet now, and there's a lot of work still to be done to secure our frontiers and foster beneficial trade for our people. This will be our next major undertaking, and we will need all the talented men and women we can get. Would you be interested in filling such a position? If you accept, you get one ending. If you decline, you get another branch of choices for another ending. I'm just going to accept because to make it, just finish this quick. You accept the position of general and begin strategizing new outposts and trade routes immediately. Your legend carries far and wide. Other planets in a similar position to Rakir flock to you for help, resulting in a new league of planets headed by you. Rakir flourishes under these new alliances, and the free people of Rakir have never been happier. Yay, happy ending. Okay, so that's it for what I'm going to show right now.